So in the past 21 episodes, we have learned
A whole lot of nothing. Everything is worthless. That's all we've learned.
that our hypotheses are
Mhm.
quite accurate.
In terms of,
How worthless everything is. Yeah.
we have confirmed the worthlessness.
The worthlessness of the wisdom and just in all things. Yep, thank you guys for watching.
This is the end of the podcast. We will see you never.
This is the end of the world.
It's
It's
Armageddon.
There'll be a meteor.
A meteor. I thought it was James Charles. Let's go
Oh
back to the
my
first.
god.
This will never end.
We actually learned nothing.
You will never live this down. You started it.
Yeah, so lessons learned. We have prepared like a few points. Let's just dive into it. Yeah. What lesson did you learn like throughout editing, filming, watching back, getting feedback, then trying to do better in the future episodes? In this whole entire process, what have you learned?
What have I learned? Okay. I would say one key lesson is that it's all about quality.
It's all about quality.
The reason we are not even getting views, like maybe, or even watch time, retention, all that stuff, it's not maybe what I originally thought. Like pridefully, I was thinking like, oh, like we already, like this is perfect, like the way it is, you know, we're already creating good content. Like it's only now in hindsight as I actually like got better over time, editing the podcast, listening to it, not being so attached to it because I was so like, my grasps were like that. Yeah.
Then
It
you
took time.
realize the quality is absolutely horrendous.
It's also, yeah, a large part due to like all my, let's say, technical restrictions. Like even using my open back headphones at home, or speakers to edit, then not realizing there was mic bleed in the beginning, not realizing there was like air noise, aircon noise. Very funny. Now listening back, I can hear all the. It sounds so bad. The first few episodes sound and also look bad, but I remastered some of them for the Spotify release. Yes.
The audio quality was like something we did not prioritize. I mean, that's why I thought our mic don't sound bad compared to like iPhone audio. But if you listen to other podcasts, it's just way superior.
You still need to treat, and I only started treating recently, like the last year. And not to mention how hard color grading is. I learned that very hard. That was a very fun lesson. Because having multiple angles and switching between them, if you want them to look somewhat, I guess, not jarring when you swap angles, and you don't have like the same camera for all three, we use our iPhones for like the longest time, and we still do.
Our cameras. 2nd and 3rd angles. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then it's, yeah, you have to color grade and try to match at least. And then our skin, we change the lighting so much. We change.
Our skin change also a lot.
Yeah, sometimes you come with a tan, sometimes you don't.
Blue color.
Yeah, sometimes we cannot say that. Anyway.
Exposed to gamma ray, then green.
Or red. Yeah.
Red. Yeah. Oh, you have never seen me in such colorful clothing.
Wow.
This is the first time I wear something.
Yeah, you're black, white.
Saturation. Dark green. Yeah, this is the first time red. I wore this when I was fat. Then everyone called me a Discord mod. Because last time I actually looked like one.
You're a redneck Discord, yes.
Yeah.
So, what's a lesson that you have learned?
I've learned that making content, actually anything in life, you can and you should make it enjoyable. Like I know we probably talked about this, but I didn't grasp what it means until I started embarking on it. I realized that on the days that we just have to force it out and we didn't we spend our mental bandwidth in the wrong things instead of thinking about how can we just make this enjoyable. I realized if we make it fun, if we make it enjoyable, if you're happy doing everything, no matter how bad it is, we can learn more, we can be more creative, we can come up with better solutions, we will be more attention to detail, we'll be less stressful. Then the conversation will flow a lot easier instead of like sometimes we have to maybe reach like the midpoint, then the vibe starts to like get better in terms of the recording. Then yeah, just positive psychology should really be emphasized in this whole process. That's what I realized. If not, don't even bother really. Like really, I don't think those like hustle culture, like I know people go against hustle culture, but I'm talking about like those people that you should dedicate, you should, but still prioritize making it fun. Yeah. So don't say don't do anything, but make it fun first. I think it's very possible.
Don't need to discount it.
Yeah. And if we really cannot be fun somehow, try to link it to a stronger why, I guess. And through that process, I think it will be fun because progress is fun in that sense. Yeah. But if it's neither like good progress or you really can't find a good reason of why you're doing it and you're not making it fun, then I'd rather you go do something else. I'd rather you just go talk to your close friends or something. Spend that time more wisely. Build that connection. Bond. Yeah, make it enjoyable.
It's the Naval thing of you just have to choose to be happy. You're not helping anyone by like not being just the choice.
No matter how bad something is, first see the silver lining, second choose to be happy. Yeah. I guess that is what I've learned. What about you? What else have you learned?
I think it's linked to the first point I made earlier. It's taken this entire podcast for me to realize this project, this separate entity that, is a reflection of my skills because I'm the one editing, I'm the one on camera speaking. So it pointed out all my flaws, my inadequacies, let's say, with audio editing, color editing, speaking. Yeah, many areas of incompetence, yes.
But you do know that the only one that is harsh on you is yourself.
Not really.
I don't think people just don't want to watch something bad quality. No one really like points out. No one really like, that's because Josiah is incompetent. No one thinks that. It's just part of the process of improving.
Yeah, but objectively, the quality of the work I was putting out was not good based on like the industry standard or just what you see online. With now AI is bringing the skills like floor up. Everyone is just even like lousy mics outside, you can get like decent audio quality. But I restricted myself to all the stuff I bought for like super cheap online. Like also.
Right. But if you have done it again, what different action steps will you have taken to ensure at least maybe like I'm not saying that the quality straight away will be the best, but what action steps could you have taken to maybe expedite the learning process of how to catch up or match the industry standard?
I mean, I feel like with every hypothetical you throw at me, I always just answer like I had to
learn it the hard way.
Learn it the hard way, because there's no other way for me to learn other than from my own experience.
Like, perhaps maybe try to find guidance somewhere through YouTube. That
I definitely would need more external feedback, because I got quite literally not say none, but like silence is feedback also. But let's say the silence I was getting wasn't helping when I wanted to know, when I needed to know that there was aircon audio coming out from there, and then mic bleed coming out everywhere. But yeah, I was just so tunneled in because the first 21 episodes were during my internship period, which was my first time ever having a Monday to Friday, like 9 to 6 for 5 months straight, that sort of thing.
5 months.
So it was not great. I was just editing on the side outside. Then my health slowly deteriorated. Then I uncovered my trauma. Then I processed my trauma. All during that 5-month stretch. while trying to edit this podcast every week. That's why it was like non-stop. I didn't get a chance to rest. So I mean, that's why I was, especially in the beginning, got so tunnel visioned in. Then I did. Oh yeah, another lesson, I guess. It's gonna take like way more effort than you think. Way more effort and time. Like if you're aiming for quality, if your goal is quality, it's gonna take way more.
If you want to stand out from the mediocre people.
Yeah, the difference between good and like great is insane, but like it takes so much time. Like the switch from good to great can happen at any time, like during the artistic process, creation process. So if you have a weekly deadline like we do, then it's you don't have the time luxury to sit with the project and let it like, oh, I can do this, I can fix this audio bit. For me, it's just my PC isn't working. I can't export the video. Shit. Wednesday. No. Yeah, that was it. A lot of my.
That's why I understand to some extent. That's why I try not. At first, I was like, let's just, if we set a deadline, let's just be professional and like get it done no matter what. But I realized sometimes you really have to step back a bit and see what the fuck is happening.
And it's professional if like it was my full-time job, which it wasn't. It was like a side thing. So I was like, okay, yeah. Overworked.
I think perhaps for me, I would be like, personally, I have experiences not particularly in podcasting, but in like general sense that I realized too that I was so incompetent. But what I realized is sometimes, and okay, I'm saying this, but I haven't really unlocked it fully, is to, I don't know, squeeze that courage out to go and find a mentor so that they can give you the feedback you need because they have done it. Those are the only people I think to give feedback and like actually apply it. Yeah, so now I am starting this job. Yeah, I realize also I have a tendency to block myself, to inhibit myself from asking stuff from someone older than me. Yeah, so I go develop the courage for it, practice it. So I don't know how to find a mentor that helps you do everything about podcasts. Maybe go Fiverr.
The thing is that like this kind of talk show, or if there are any talk shows, they have like writers, they have a writer's room like on the spot, they have preparation, then they have camera people, they have film crew, everything. We have nothing. It's just all legit. Most of it is me because I mean you don't have much experience like dealing with cameras and stuff, and then limited. So it's quite literally all me. And then I mean we talked about getting help, but we really didn't get help because to me I still have my same like job responsibility. I don't have time to go and nurture talent, everything to try to recruit them.
And we don't have the money to hire the best to like handle things for us and learn from them.
Yeah.
We don't have the monetary resources to hire people that is a bit more professional that we don't need to train or whatever. Yeah. They will give the feedback on the spot also.
Yeah, so we don't have that. We really have to sell people on us. And I find that quite hard because we were not competent at all. So it's like hard to sell. And then also a lot of self-confidence, like self-belief, not a lot of self-belief in a sense. Those insecurities stemming from, this is not even good enough. I don't think that, I'm afraid that people will not be on board. So not asking for help.
There's a source of pressure, the insecurity, and it actually makes the content or the process stressful. We won't be happy.
Yeah, but I mean, stress is how you grow. Challenge is how you grow. So I think I have grown a lot in terms of quality. I think the last episode, the Vernon episode was because I really sunk my hours in and the time and effort.
That's why it was uploaded a bit later. But I think it was worth the wait.
I mean, not to mention my PC. I need to fix my PC. I need PC people. I need this is a roll call. We really need help. We beg you. Just kidding. Thumbnail editor. Edit a video. I'm not sure if I want to still edit all the podcasts. myself. I just need better hardware, obviously. Sponsor us, Aftershock, what other
You say you have fun editing, but I feel
I don't have fun when my PC crashes or doesn't export, or it takes super long for, even when trying to play back like the preview thing, it like lags like 5 seconds every time I try to click space. Then it's like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna have friction the entire way. Like, if
need
not,
better hardware.
if I had it better, like a smoother experience, then I would just be fine. And also not a 9 to 6 job, which I don't know. But I found myself still as busy. What else have you learned?
What else? I wrote down this point about, it's called definition of resourcefulness. I learned that resourcefulness does not necessarily mean physical, tangible resource. It could mean even situational, using what kind of situation you are in to your advantage, and that kind of falls into place with like proactivity / practicing agency. But it's not just situational in that sense. It can also be the psychological thing. Like if, for instance, like you care, like somehow your upbringing caused you to be more image oriented, or you care about what people think, like optics, lean into that as your strength while working on your other weaknesses, but use it to combine into something that have a net positive to the world. Yeah. So for instance, if you care about what other people think about you, use it as fuel to improve. Use what you have. After a while, it might not work anymore. Then you find a new source, maybe inspiration, maybe just discipline, or right off the momentum of the improvement. You see how far you've come, then go back and reflect. But at the start, maybe you just have to, I'm not good enough. People probably judge me. I'm not getting enough views. I'm probably incompetent. They use that because you care. You care. It might be a psychological thing, or it could be a primal thing. Tribal creatures, something like that. So use what you have in that sense.
Instead of letting it affect your productivity, you use it to channel back in one loop.
Yep.
So it's input, then you get an output already, then you just, it may be negative input, but you negative output, but you still channel back.
Yeah, the keyword is to use it. A lot of people just let things happen, then okay, or they react to whatever that happens. So instead of reacting, you see it already, you just take action to do something. Yeah, make the output part of a solution. Yeah, then resourcefulness can also mean people, like social connections. Sometimes have to get a mentor. Sometimes have to ask this guy about something. Sometimes you just have to open your mouth and like learn about someone. Like connection, not like networking, those type of like shallow connection. I'm talking about like human to human connecting. Yeah, use that as a resourcefulness. You have people around you. Once you connect, you don't know what might come out of it. Yeah, of course, like I'm not saying that's all you should do, but really sometimes you learn a lot more when you're talking to people. You feel better, and the feeling of better, like I said, the positive psychology part might just surprise you with like some new inspiration. Like recently, I've been talking to a lot of people, then they've been suggesting me for my personal YouTube to start posting more on Lemonade, because apparently there's a lot of like my target audience there looking for like fat loss advice and stuff. Maybe that's a good.
Sometimes you need the unknown, like fifth perspective, not just the third perspective.
And often I saw myself is also because of pride. I'm like, no, or like all the advice I heard, like you have to focus on one thing, essentialism. So like, anything that has nothing to do with YouTube, don't listen. But sometimes you really have to.
Yeah, I don't think that's essentialism. Like I think your idea of essentialism has been like warped a bit. Not gonna lie.
Okay, I maybe put it wrongly. Essentialism is like, but I'm saying like essentialism as in what you focus
specialization
on.
Like just one thing instead of being a generalist. Like that's the main.
Yeah, like if I want to be a content creator, I probably shouldn't be doing boxing or like other full-time job, something like that. That's my, I mean, in this scenario. Okay, maybe I I forgot, but essentially it's one of the first few books I read like 4 or 5 years ago. So maybe I've forgotten. But I'm saying I don't think this should be like, it leads to my last point, which is like, I don't think you can be a good creator in like this style of creator if you only focus on creating. You really need to have a life. And unless you have the resources to have a good life, to have money and stuff, one of your things should be like career development, professional development. So it could be, if you want to make better content, maybe do well in your job or do well in your freelance gig or your art form or something elsewhere, then you use that channel back into your content. So you have stories to relate, you have new people to talk to. Something like Logan Paul, he went into WWE. So now his content got a lot of like WWE superstars like talking about their experience, like their stories, like something like that. It's not just the people, also the experience. You got so many interesting that happens to you that like networks so well, or not network, like connects so well, interlinks. Yeah. Be multifaceted. So.
I mean, do you want to put all your eggs in one basket?
I mean, you won't even have any eggs to put if you keep dwelling.
That's why you have to put an egg first. That's why the most generic advice we will give right now is just start. If you want to start a podcast, you want to do anything, just start, right? That's
the last point. Something we learned by actually just fucking and do it is just start.
We jump into the deep end, and then it's like we had all the opening talks, like the inspiration, the seed of inspiration. Oh, we should start a podcast. Oh, like let's get the set ready. Oh, by Q1. Then after that, it's like starting. Then all of a sudden, I'm shoved this workload. Then I'm like, oh, and it's weekly. Whoops.
And we also have challenges like all our bonding time, most of it, like 80-90% of it is on the podcast.
Our time together is just here, like working on this or talking about this.
So we also have to learn how to work with each other. Like any friendship, like start any friendship, you have to go through shit together.
Yeah, our friendship like took a dip, and then our business like partnership, like we were just focusing on that instead of
But in hindsight, I guess it's not a bad thing, and we also learn a lot. Like all this
every relationship has a dip and everything is
like, actually, I don't think any of these points I will be able to articulate at all before we start a podcast. Because we do not have the experience, we don't have the reference point. We might be able to repeat what other people say, but we do not have the reference point. We are unable to say in this way, relate examples to it, speak with more conviction. Do you agree? Will you have said that you can see everything that you have said today before you start this?
I would have said yes, but in private, like rehearsed and in private, because I really cannot. I think, I mean, sitting here is with lights and everything. I've what's it called? Astigmatism, sort of like bright lights, everything like will like shine in my eye. Like,
this is okay.
This is like fine, but still like it is still very harsh. Like when it's the normal like white light.
Right.
This episode with like
the
yellow.
white light is this yellow light, it feels
but like
very comfortable.
When I don't feel uncomfortable, like that chair that we started with, I'm not comfortable in that chair whatsoever. If I'm not comfortable, I will not be able to speak properly. But then sometimes it's if I'm too comfortable, I will use like Singlish, filler words, a lot of us, like in a rush to get my points across to you. Even though, the audience is right there and not everyone is Singaporean. Yeah. So very fun. I think I would have, like there is the voiceover voice where you generally do not use any filler words. Now I think I am better able to, when I am comfortable, speak without using so many yeah.
It does take away from the message and signal that you are not confident. And people don't really want to pay attention to someone that is unsure of what they're saying. At the end of the day, need a balance between how you say stuff and what you say back, like the packaging and the actual content also. Once you are able to find that balance of pushing the right content that you want to make while delivering in a way people still want to hear it without like sacrificing it. I think that we get to practice, and I think we are fortunate.
We practice a lot and we failed a lot, which is good, so we can learn from it. I play with the hypothetical of if I were to start my own podcast like alone, which I think will just be my content going forward.
Yeah,
Like, I'll be playing Minecraft.
oh,
Let's play video. I'm a variety gamer now. Yes,
mm,
that's what I'm doing.
that's
But
not a bad
I will
idea.
not use like all these Singlish phrases, because I think it's because I'm comfortable around you. That's why.
And I
Yeah.
tend to go into that mode quite often.
Mm.
Although I can switch that off, but I choose not to, just
Yeah. It's
just
hard,
to produce some authenticity.
it's hard to code switch when you have a person in front of you.
Right. If I start speaking
Exactly.
like this, it's just gonna be cringe.
Crumpets.
Yeah. Do you have any other lessons or?
At the end of the day, it's all quality. Going forward, I think I expect great things. Yes.
Okay, then we're gonna end this soon. I'm gonna end this with a surprise question.
Okay.
What should the audience expect from here onwards? From all these lessons they've learned?
What should they expect?
It don't have to be a big promise. It could just be anything. No pressure.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Oh. You should expect everything.
Yes.
I guess we'll just continue to be trying our best. And you'll probably find it more enjoyable to watch because I will make it more enjoyable for myself and for you to film. I think we all will have this frame. It's part of our mission, like, not gonna lie, but like we just didn't know how to execute that mission.
It's maybe not. It's not. I don't think it's part of our mission. It is our mission.
It is our mission.
It's just that we failed because obviously beginning, yeah.
It's a skill.
Yeah.
To practice how to make things fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But rest all those social butterflies out there that people love talking to them, they have this unique skill. They can make any situation fun. I have a friend that literally is never boring, and they are so in tune with everyone's desires, wants, or humor or whatever, that they can cultivate that environment to make things really fun, even though it should be a boring thing, like maybe like listening to a lecture when it's like super boring, or a talk. They can just make it fun.
The entertainment industry is where they will most likely end up. Welcome to the big screens.
Yeah. So that's something that I think we promise. The episodes will be more fun and it'll be edutainment. You get entertained while learning something about someone or get inspired.
I think we really have to get the self-improvement like phase, like get it out of the way, because that's what we were doing, just like spitting advice, like unwarranted sort of. Yeah.
Personally, I think the direction will be, we'll have all these sprinkled in, but it will be combined with real thing instead of forcing it out. Instead of preparing like, oh, we're gonna talk about this topic because I just learned it. But just whatever we have learned when we are interviewing our guests or when we have like special episodes, we just naturally just add it in, sprinkle it in.
It's just a challenge for us to see where is the right time to say this right thing. Maybe, yeah.
Like sometimes we have playful vibe. Maybe not jokes, because we are still not like, we are not a comedy. We are not comedians. We are not trained comedians.
I don't know about you. I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. In all like seriousness, sometimes we have to go the playful route. Just everything can just be like a joke, like light-hearted, but like know when to really dive into the deeper emotional state when we need to bring out a more important message.
Yeah, but most of it is just natural. So let's go with the flow. Either go with the flow or swim against it upstream. For some things, you should go with the flow. Some things, you should swim upstream. Yeah. Yes.
But I think if you are you put yourself in the right environment, going with the flow will always be the right bet. I think this is a good environment to grow. Yeah. People.
Yep. People. Gotta love people.
Yep.
No.
One people, one podcast, one worthless wisdom.
Indeed.
This is so stupid. Okay, we gotta end this here.
That's the end.
Yep. Bye.
Peace.